Hey, y'all, welcome to my channel. I'm not going to talk about the trade because I'm going to wait till February 6th comes along because I have a feeling there's going to be more, of course, with the Lakers as well as the Mavericks for sure. The Mavericks have to do something but in any case, I'm just going to talk more about the Knicks right now. Let's focus on the Knicks, what it is. And as of late, I don't know. It's hard to say if the Knicks are pretenders or contenders. And the reason why I say that is because the way they've been playing as of late, I mean, outside of the Lakers game, they were doing really well. And I thought, like, okay, they're probably on the verge of being contenders now. But then going back to some of the games that they played, let's say the the Pistons earlier this year, I mean, they lost. I mean, honestly, it's like kind of wondering, like, okay, what's going on here? Now that where they're playing against the Houston Rockets, now granted, the game is still going as I'm talking about this, but it's one of those things where they're not playing as well per se, and it's kind of worrisome because, like, let's be honest, when they beat Memphis, the way they beat Memphis, I was like really shocked. I'm like, damn, and the way they beat Denver, I was like, damn. Uh, it's something that I didn't anticipate, quite honestly, for them to go that route, and then now playing against the Lakers, now playing against the Houston Rockets, and the way they're playing against the Houston Rockets, it's kind of a little concerning, quite honestly. They're down by 10, of course, or actually now down by 12. But in any case, start of the fourth quarter. But in any case, I'm a little concerned to the point where, like, yes, Cat Williams is doing really well. I'll be honest. Let's be honest. Like, before the Luka Doncic AD trade, I think everyone was saying, like, oh, Minnesota got fleeced. That was the dumbest move on Minnesota's part to trade Cat Williams. I mean, Carl Anthony Towns, not Cat Williams. Carl Anthony Towns. I don't know why I said Cat Williams. Carl Anthony Towns to the Knicks for Julius Randle, uh, a draft pick, as well as DiVincenzo. But in any case, it's it's a case where, like, Cat is turning out to be a great move for the Knicks so far. Now the real question is like, and as well as the Mikal Bridges. Now the Mikal Bridges pick up. I thought the Knicks surrendered a little bit too much, quite honestly, because I don't think he was worth that many draft picks. But at least it's working out for the Knicks a little bit, quite honestly. It works out a little for the Knicks. The thing that we're seeing now is OG. I honestly thought Brunson was the glue of this team, but it looks like it's really OG Anunoby that's the glue of this team. Because without OG Anunoby, they're not able to spread the ball as much, and their defense is quite. It drops considerably. Put it that way, it drops. I think by having, and we saw it last year as well too, when OG went down against the Pacers. I mean, quite honestly, the Knicks had a hard time, and Brunson should have done that. So the question comes down to: is Brunson's? Do we consider Brunson to be a tier one superstar, or do we consider him to be a tier 1A? I'll still have him as a tier 1A until he gets the Knicks to the conference finals. If they get to the conference finals because on Brunson's back, then I will say yes, he is worthy of it. He is worthy of a superstar. Yeah, great. He made the All-Star team as a starter. Okay, great. Whoop-de-doo. Let's be honest. John Starks did at one point as well too. I'm like, did that really do? Is John Starks a superstar? No, he was more of a tier two star, superstar, tier two star, anyways. So until, again, like I said, until Brunson brings them on his back, brings the Knicks to the conference finals, not the finals, conference finals at least, then I will say yes, he's that tier one, tier one. If Carl Anthony Towns is the one that brings the Knicks over, then it's a question of, okay, maybe Brunson is that tier 1A at that point, quite honestly, because Brunson likes to move the ball around. But I think it's more so. Actually, I shouldn't have said OG is the glue. I think it's really OG and Josh Hart. Those two together are the glue of this team, basically, because they're the ones that make up the defense for this team. If Brunson could actually work on his defense, similarly, if Mikal Bridges can work on his defense, as well as Carl Anthony Towns, not known for his defense, quite honestly, but if he can work on it, like the way AD is, it might be a different story. All right, fine. Let's just talk about it a little bit. Quite honestly, the De'Aaron Fox trade is definitely going to make San Antonio much, much better. Anyways, okay, fine. I'll talk about the other trade. But anyways, yeah, the De'Aaron Fox trade to San Antonio does make him better. Sacramento was going to lose out to him. Honestly, it made sense for them to trade and see what they could get out of him. This pairs De'Aaron Fox with Wembanyama to the point where like these two with Popovich behind him, coaching him, should make them a legitimate contender next year. I mean, these two have to gel, of course. And like Chris Paul, he's good as a sort of not captain, but more so the advisors to them, where that veteran leadership that he could help guide them a little bit and make them better. But the question is Chris Paul that kind of veteran leader? I don't think so. Honestly, we've seen Chris Paul, CP3 kind of being sort of, I hate to say it, but selfish. So I think De'Aaron Fox and Wembanyama can together with that missing third piece can become, we'll see them from years on end. Now, to the trade itself, of course, that everyone's shocked and surprised at. Look, the Dallas Mavericks GM, I don't know what he was thinking. From a perspective that they were worried about the fact that, Luka, constantly being injury prone, not being healthy, not being in shape, worried about that max contract. I think that was a mistake on their part to only work with the Lakers. I mean, I think it's a case where, like, it seems like, put it this way, I think this is the flavor of Kobe or the Kobe factor playing into this. Kobe Bryant, basically. And you wonder why. Well, Kobe Bryant was I forgot what it was, Rob Pelinka's agent, of course. And Kobe Bryant was working with I forgot the Dallas's Mavericks GM. Let me check one very quickly. Sorry, I'm looking for the Dallas Mavericks. Nico Harrison. Nico Harrison. Ties to Kobe Bryant. I think he was like Kobe Bryant's not agent. Marketing manager. That's what it was. Nico Harrison was Kobe Bryant's marketing manager. So you got a marketing manager and an agent of Kobe Bryant, kind of on two different teams. That kind of makes you wonder, like it definitely has, the Kobe aspect of things, or the degree of Kobe, basically, because the fact that Nico didn't reach out to other teams saying Luka's available, because like let's be honest, Luka, I mean, would the Knicks have surrendered a lot for Luka? Maybe. Brooklyn for sure. Brooklyn for sure would have surrendered almost all, like the next 10 years of their draft picks and half the team for Luka. I think they would have done that in a heartbeat. Similarly, Phoenix, maybe they would have made a play for it as well too. For trading in Devin Booker for him, basically. Well, actually, I don't know about Devin Booker. Maybe maybe Kobe Bryant for Nico. That probably would have happened at that point. I think that would have happened. Houston probably would have played, jumped in on Toronto Raptors. A lot of the teams, Milwaukee Bucks. I don't know if the Milwaukee Bucks would have. The Denver Nuggets, they would have traded Murray and in a heartbeat. Traded Murray for him, basically. Westbrook was old, so I don't think he would fit into Dallas's scheme of things, considering that it's Kyrie Irving at that point too. So, of course, Golden State, of course. From a Lakers perspective, totally made sense. Let's be honest. The Lakers, they needed to move on from LeBron. They had no obligation to tell LeBron. Let's be honest. They've given up a lot for LeBron to do. What basically this was definitely LeBron's team prior to Luka. Everything that's that's surrounding the team, the Lakers have capitulated to LeBron's practically demands. drafted his son so that he could play one more year. They brought in AD, of course, got rid of half the coaches, brought in JJ Redick. So Pelinka's done, the Laker organization has done a lot. There's by no means in any way obligated to let LeBron know, like, hey, we're getting a generational talent, and he's going to be replacing you. Because, like, you want to retire, go ahead and retire. We got a generational talent. We could build off of him for the next 10 years, basically. Now, if LeBron is pissed off about it, he's welcome to, like, force the Lakers to make a trade to trade him to Golden State. I think that's his best shot at going for another championship. If not there, then maybe back to Miami. I don't know, or Houston, the Houston Rockets. Quite honestly, but outside of that, if LeBron's cool with it, he can be that mentor to Luka to show not only the aspect of his work ethic, but his workout ethic, as well as being, basically, sort of like eating healthy, working out, his fitness regime, basically, or fitness ethic, basically. That could help Luka, and I think Luka can learn a lot from LeBron. And if LeBron's willing, I think he'll be willing to, give up a bit of his. To be honest, let's put it this way: Bronny James being with the Lakers, if he helps out Luka, him and Bronny could be together, like the one-two duo, basically, that could help out the Lakers win more championships. It's up to that. I don't know. I mean, of course, Luka and AD being both surprised, they both pretty much bought houses in their respective towns at that time. Basically, Luka buying, I think, a $12 million house or mansion, whatever, in Dallas, and AD buying, I think, a $31 million house in Bel Air or something like that. I mean, they were finding roots pretty much in their respective towns. Now they got to switch teams, probably sell their homes, whatever, maybe, depending. I don't know. I think Luka was, like, genuinely shocked. I think this might benefit Luka considerably. If I'm Luka Doncic, the reason I'm pissed off, not for the fact that the trade itself, but the fact of why the trade happened. Basically, it's more so the fact that they were scared of paying me money because they're afraid of my fitness. They're afraid that my longevity would be a problem. I go in and I go with the Lakers. I start balling and balling as much as I possibly can to win outright. AD, you were wanted, basically. You were wanted. So is Christie. Christie was wanted at that point too. Honestly, I'm surprised that Dallas couldn't have gotten the 2030. I think a lot of people are surprised that Dallas did not get the 2031 pick. I mean, that's Nico's prerogative. He might go down as a fool, unless, of course, Dallas wins in the next 2 years. If the next 2 to 3 years, if Dallas wins a championship, it might be justified. Granted, yeah. After that, if Luka starts and the Lakers start winning a championship after championship, like the way Magic did, the way Kobe did, yeah, they might look back and like, okay, we do, it was a mistake, but at the same time, they were trying to win now versus looking for the future at that point. Honestly, I think, quite honestly, the Spurs, had they known that Dallas was giving up Luka, they would have traded for someone and basically traded up a lot of their draft picks for Luka, and that would have been good for the Dallas Mavericks. But it looks like the Dallas Mavericks were in a win now mode more than anything else. So, but with that, I'll leave that for, like I said, I'll explore this trade a little bit more, as well as the Sacramento trade. I'd rather wait for the rest because I think there's a couple more trades that are going to happen. I wouldn't be surprised if Jimmy Butler gets traded to the Dallas Mavericks. I would not be surprised if that happens. If that happens, Dallas becomes a legitimate contender to as the number one shot, not number one, but maybe number two shot of getting to the finals. But we'll have to wait and see. Like I said, so I'd rather wait till February 7th as all this pans out and see what happens with that. With the Knicks, though, all time will tell. We'll have to wait just after the All-Star game, like I'll say 10 games after the All-Star game. Let's see how the Knicks come out with the bat running, coming out running after the All-Star game. If they start winning those games and they have a winning record, okay, then I think they can still be contenders. If they don't win out and start losing here and there, I would start being concerned. I would start getting concerned. Quite honestly, I'd start getting concerned. But I don't know. I'll leave it at that. Like I said, I still believe Brunson is still that tier 1A, not a tier 1, but tier 1A. Until he gets the Knicks to the conference finals, will I say Brunson's your tier 1? Honestly, I don't think he's your true superstar. Yeah, he's doing enough, but like pretty honestly, against the Lakers on Saturday's game, they didn't do much. He didn't do much with them. I mean, yeah, he scored, but like he wasn't scoring like he normally should have. And I think the Lakers recognized what to do with Cat. Basically, I think don't be surprised with other teams doing what the Lakers did, as well as with the because like let's be honest, AD was not there. Cat should have went to town on, and pun intended, to town on them, and he didn't. That was a surprising factor. Why didn't they just like feed him inside? Because the Lakers knew they just had to double team him, triple team him at that point. Cat kind of folds under pressure in that situation, unfortunately. But we'll see what happens. Again, like I said, I'm hoping the Knicks can come out of this game and beat the Houston Rockets. But if they can't, it brings up the point: are the Knicks contenders or are they pretenders? Well, we'll find out. But with that, I'll leave it at that. If you like my video, please like. If you like my video, hit the like button. Please subscribe if you haven't subscribed to my channel. You're welcome to leave a comment in the comment section. I do read all my comments. I do respond to them when they warrant a response. But with that, I'll leave it at that. Unfiltered, unedited, of course, always unrehearsed. Until next time.